Hi there, so I just wanted to make another video. Oh, wow, my hair's pretty messed up. Who cares, right? um, I just wanted to talk about the feeling that people get of being hopeless. This sound is just not getting better, and I don't know what to do. I feel like there's nothing I can do, and I'm stressed all the time, and that kind of feeling. Well, I think everyone feels hopeless sometimes, not just if you have tinnitus, but just there's a feeling we get where it just seems like we've been trying really hard and no matter what we do, our life's just not getting better. Yeah. And I just want to tell you that is something you can define. It's a feeling of hopelessness. And feelings are things we can choose. Feelings are things we can choose. It seems sometimes like we could not, but in fact, we can choose. You can go back to, what is the name of the guy? He was literally in those Nazi sleep chamber camps where they were killing people, and he never knew when, Viktor Frankl, he never knew when he was going to be next, but people were starving. He saw people all around him starving, and he wasn't getting enough food. And he made it his mission to try to be okay here. And this is something that I would highly encourage you to do too. Like, it can seem hopeless, but you can make it your mission to try to choose the emotions that would help you to do better. And the wonderful thing about the brain is as you train it to do that, you actually can get where you're not hopeless anymore, even with the sound. This can be a tall order. Like, it's like, wow, this sound's just not going away. I'm stressed. I can't stop thinking about it. Those statements you're making, it's not, I can't go away. I'm stressed. I can't thinking about it. As you repeat these things again and again, you're creating that situation of being hopeless. So the solution is to start to choose some things that will flip this over and say, maybe sometimes you have to challenge it back and say, actually, I'm not going to sit here and feel hopeless. I'm going to choose another emotion. Maybe I'm a little bit angry about the situation. That's a different emotion than hopelessness. And generally anger is thought to be a little bit higher level emotion than hopeless. And, maybe I could sometimes for a few minutes do something that I actually enjoy. I know there's something you enjoy doing. It could be something where you have to move your body, like dancing or singing a song or talking to a friend, or, did I say exercise, learning something, drawing, anything you can get your mind on that's different than sitting there and repeating that same message over and over again, which is just helping to keep you in that state of hopelessness. I mean, I think you could take just about anybody who has this sound, and I feel really bad for people whose sound is super loud. I get it, but you could take just about anybody, and if you can get them into thinking something else for a while, they can actually have some good times. But if you can get them learning to do that on a repetitive basis, the brain can start to train away it can start to classify the sound as something that's not important, as something that does not require any thought. Our brain wants to try to solve the problem. We have this sound, it's a problem that we have to solve. And then we can't solve it. So then we feel hopeless. You see the pattern, right? So maybe you don't have to solve it. You don't have to make the sound go away. But that can start to feel emotional when I say things like that. I know. I can't solve the problem. I don't have to make it go away. But you can start to get where you're okay with that ideology. I don't have to make it go away. I can be okay. But part of being able to say that I don't have to make it go away. I can be okay. Is learning to do some things where you are okay. You can eat, you can exercise, you can talk to people, you can listen to me talking to you now, and you can have some different emotions, some different thoughts that are not hopelessness. Probably at some point during this video, you at least got a hint that maybe you don't have to be hopeless. Good, right? I mean, find some ways that you can flip it a little bit. Flip the message that you keep saying to yourself again and again. And at some point, it can start to become more of a habit for you. Just your natural way of thinking. I'm not hopeless anymore. I don't, the sound doesn't have to go away. I can do things that I want to do. And as you start thinking that way, the brain starts to classify this sound as it's no longer a threat. It's no longer something you have to solve. It's kind of like the noise in the background that you're not worried about anymore. And there, there's plenty of people, they live actually right now, I'm living right next to the train. And every few minutes, it sounds the horn. It does a boom, 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 and goes by. I mean, and like somehow I'm able to sleep. Somehow I'm not bothered by it. But when I first got here, it was kind of rough. But I'm fine now. I'll be leaving here pretty soon. But there's a train right next, like literally right next to me. I can show you. I think I can show you out the window. Right there is a train track. And every few minutes it goes by. So, yeah. Okay, so anyways, that is my video. And I hope it helps you. And maybe I'll see you soon.